We're speaking now to Mr. Rudiger Heidebrecht. He works for the German Water Association. Mr. Heidebrecht, can you please just tell us about the experience Germany has had in implementing the various European water directives?
Yeah. Germany is doing a lot of things in this respect, and of course we have the federal states in Germany, and the number of federal states are quite high, so it varies from federal state to federal state. But I think altogether it's very well on the way. Of course, sometimes it takes time to get all the different reports together, because the federal different states, one is fast, the other one is slower. And the main ministry has a lot of work to do to get all these things together to report it to Brussels. So this is much easier for other countries like Britain or French, who are much more centralized organizations. And of course Germany is a big country, many people, very high density areas, so this is also something which we face quite difficulties, but it's a challenge, and we will solve these things.
Do you believe the Water Framework Directive and the Floods Directive move things in the right direction?
Yes, I think so, because I worked a lot for the European standardization, and we are a harmonized European market. So of course you need a legal framework to have harmonized and clear situations for the industry, for the municipalities, how to behave, how to organize. So therefore you need a legal standardization, a legal framework. That's why we need the European directives. And of course after that then you get harmonization in the technical standardization. This is going more and more. And if you see especially the technical standardization, 80% is now more internationally designed. And of course later on, and I'm responsible for training and international cooperation, then it comes to training, how to teach the people. And if you teach it on the European level, then it's clear, the picture is clear, and you can also take people from Austria, from Switzerland or from Britain, and everybody moves in the same direction. I think that's what we need in Europe.
The question of sustainability has cropped up at this conference repeatedly. Do you think the directives move in the right direction in terms of sustainability and environmental awareness?
Yes, I think so. Sustainability is a key issue in all the directives, and the question, of course, to put it into reality. Yeah? If you come to the costs, yeah, what kind of cost comes into calculation? There, of course, many people move around, say this cost doesn't come into this one and this comes later. So I think there we need more transparency, how much it costs, and to make it sustainable, because it comes later always to the people, to the customer who has to pay the bill, and of course he needs to know how long do I have to pay, how much do I have to pay, and I pay in the right direction or not.
Can you maybe give us some examples of water policies or water strategies that have succeeded in Germany that do incorporate this sustainable perspective?
We have in Germany, we have 10,000 wastewater treatment plants, and we have in the operator side, about 40 to 50,000 people working in this side. And of course, having installed millions of euros into these facilities, you need to operate them in a proper way. In many countries, I also work in many other international countries, if you build things and invest things and later on you don't have the manpower to operate in a proper and sustainable way, then facilities, let's say in Africa or in other countries, I know, they fall apart after 5 years here. So I just been on a wastewater treatment plant in Kathmandu in Nepal, and this was just 8 years old, and if you see it now, how it's rotten and corroded, then it's better to close it, yeah, instead of running it more and more. So if you look to European facilities, they're looking much better. But this is sustainability. You have people who finance it, you have people to operate it, and you have people who monitor and design it.
You've mentioned a number of examples elsewhere in the world. Do you think that the EU's policies are strong compared with similar policies elsewhere in the world? Do you think the EU is doing well as a whole?
Yes, I think so, because this is let's say a pilot. Yeah? When 400 million people in Europe gets in the same direction, then countries like Jordan, or I work in Palestine, in China, and so they're looking to Europe, and they look what they do. Why do you have this kind of legislation? What is the idea behind? And if so many countries agree on one area, then it cannot be that wrong. Yeah? Of course, if you have different climate areas, looks differently. But I think Europe in a whole is doing a good job, and many countries in the world looking to Europe and ask us the question why you can swim again in the River Rhine. You're an industrialized country, how you can manage that. And I think this is a good example. We have clear legal requirements and we have clear technical requirements. And then if you have also good qualification with engineers and technicians, that's all what you need.
Mr. Heidebrecht, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.